Hey family, happy new month! And guess what? Today is my birthday. Yay! Happy birthday to me. Honestly, this feels so special. Yesterday was the first of the month and also our usual Wednesday release day. But I decided to hold off just a little because I wanted this episode to come out today on my birthday. So, one of my biggest goals this year was to relaunch this podcast and keep it going. And sitting here recording this on my birthday, it feels like proof that I didn't give up. So, thank you for sticking with me. If you've been here before, welcome back. If this is your first time here, I'm glad to have you on board. My name is Faithful, and I'm the host of this podcast. And this is Tell Faithful Podcast, a space where your voice is heard and your story matters. It's also a judgment free space where real people like you and I share their stories, the highs, the lows, the victories, the confessions, and everything in between. So, around here, we are called confidants because nobody should ever feel alone in their story. And we listen to your stories, we get encouraged, we reflect on it, and we don't judge you. So, since I always ask you to share your stories with me, I'll start with one that came in recently. So, this confidant wrote in and said, in 2020, I left my hometown and moved to Lagos with almost nothing. I didn't know anyone. I didn't have a stable job waiting for me. Just one small bag, a restless hat, and 20,000 naira. And the hope that maybe, just maybe, Lagos could give me a chance. At first, it was frustrating. I slept on a friend's couch for months. Sometimes I had no transport money and I would walk long distances just to get to job interviews that didn't even call me back. There were nights I cried silently, wondering if I made the biggest mistake of my life. But somehow, little by little, things started to change. I got my first tiny job, then a slightly better one. I made friends who became family, and looking back now, even though I'm not there yet, I can say this: I built a life from nothing, and for that, I'm grateful. So, the confidant who shared this, honestly, you inspire me. Moving to a new city with nothing is like one of the hardest things anyone can do. And I know how Lagos can be. That city will test you, it will test your patience, your spirit, it will test your strength. And yet, here you are, still standing. That's not something small. Now, let me speak not just to you, but to anyone listening right now. Life has a way of throwing us into seasons where it feels like we're starting from zero. Maybe it's not moving to a new city. Maybe it's waiting for admission into the university like I once did. Watching your mates move ahead while you feel stuck behind. Maybe it's losing a job or trying to start a business that doesn't take off right away. Maybe it's even love, giving your heart and then having to start over again. And in those moments, frustration will feel like your shadow. You might wake up tired. You might question yourself. You might feel invisible. And you might even wonder if God sees you at all. But here's what I've learned: that frustration is never the end. Because sometimes it's the beginning of growth. Sometimes it's the soil where resilience is planted. Just look at this confident story. This person walked miles when there was no transport. This person endured rejection after rejection. This person cried in silence. But slowly, doors opened. Not all at once, but little by little. And isn't that how life really works? Breakthroughs rarely come as a sudden flood. No, more often they come as a quiet stream, small and steady. So if you're listening today, and you're in that season where frustration feels louder than hope, please hear me. You're not wasting your time. I want you to know that every step you take, every tear you cry, every small job you do, every connection you make is building something. It may not look like much now. I know it might not. But one day, trust me, you will look back and see that you built a life from what looked like nothing. And to the one who shared this, let me encourage you directly. You are doing well. I know you may not feel it, but you are. You've proven that even when life strips you down, you can rise again. And that strength, that grit, that quiet perseverance, it will carry you further than you know. So please, don't give up. You've already come too far to stop now. My dear confidants, that's where we'll wrap it up for today. So if today's story touched you, don't just keep it to yourself. Share this episode with someone who might need it. And don't forget to follow our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel and Spotify for more updates. And remember that this is your space too. So if you have a story to send in, do so by using the link in the description. Because you never know who might need to hear your story. And since today is my birthday, let me just first say thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being part of this community. And thank you for giving me one of the best gifts I could ever ask for. Your time and your trust. So here's to many more stories, more healing, and more growth together. I love you, my dear confidants. Thank you. Until next time, this is Faithful, your host, signing off. Tell Faithful Podcast, where your voice is heard and your story matters.
You've just listened to Tell Faithful Podcast, the space where your voice is heard and your story matters. Don't keep this to yourself. Share it, subscribe, and invite someone into our confidence family. New episodes drop every Wednesday at 10 a.m. West African time, 5 a.m. Eastern time on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you listen to your favorite tunes from. Until next time, keep shining and keep telling your story. This is Tell Faithful Podcast, where your voices are heard and your stories matter.